There are two servants in the Bible that wanted forgiveness. Now, the first servant owed the king 10,000 talents, and he didn't have any of it to pay. The king said that he's going to sell him and all his family, and still he has to make the payment. But the servant came to the king and fell down and worshipped him and said, "Have patience with me, and I will pay thee all." The Lord, who is the king, was moved with compassion and forgave him of his debt. He was freed from that. He was forgiven. Now the same servant that just got forgiveness from the king went out, and he also had a servant that owed him 10 pence. Look at the big difference. Now his servant owed him 10 pence, and the servant didn't have it to pay him. So he came to him, he fell down, he besought him, telling him, "Have patience with me, and I will pay thee all." Now this servant that was just forgiven of the king wasn't merciful at all, but he put his servant in prison. And the point of all this was to show us that the first servant, his king, his Lord, had compassion on him, and he was forgiven. And he went out and he didn't have compassion. He didn't have pity on his servant. What I want to say to us tonight is, how many of you want forgiveness, but you don't want to forgive? How many of you want God to forgive you, but you don't want to forgive your brothers and sisters that you see every single day? When you have unforgiveness, it will only make you bitter. It will harden your heart. It will make you prideful. It will make you sorrowful. It will make you hurtful. And before you know it, everybody you are going to look at as though they are your enemy. I want you to hear this very important part. If you do not forgive, God will not forgive you. You want forgiveness, but yet you have people locked up in your heart as though they are prisoners. Forgiveness is for you. When you forgive people, it releases you from a deep, 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 deep bondage. You feel like a weight is lifted off of you, and you are free to live your life. Don't be trapped in unforgiveness. Don't be trapped in that position in life, but forgive, because you want God to forgive you. Have compassion for one another. Show pity for each other and forgive.